What's going on, Zimmy Jim? I thought I had a problem there. It kind of loaded slow, but I guess I'm good. So we're gonna wait here for a minute. What's up, Blanco Kennel, Kenny, CM, James? I've had like 2 hours sleep. Couldn't sleep last night for some reason after I gave the buy, but here I am. What's up, Martin Max King? Ryzen, what's up? Nate, AFG Jama, Heather be thy name. What's going on, Heather? No strip club. I was on here at what, 2 in the morning, 2:30, 3 in the morning, still giving buys and talking overseas, and then for some reason couldn't fall asleep. What's up, Dane, Paul? TikTok robot snot. Gonna give a little bit of time here for somebody to come in. We're gonna go over. I got TLT exploding again. I called that. Have not sold. Gold and silver is exploding like 4% rallies. So that's kick ass. What's up, Everett? Head Magister. What's going on, Wartune? Cody. Appreciate the shout out. Hey, Anthony. Like I said, TLT is exploding, long bonds, interest rates coming lower, stocks down like I called last night. I showed that it didn't look right last night on the stock market. What up, Max? Hello, can I do Wyckoff on the coin market cap? Yeah, because we've got, what do we got here? This is dominance. Thought I had that chart here nice and easy, but I'll have to grab that one. What's up, Vinny Crypto? I think you'll be happy here. We've got a lot of good stuff here. We had a buy signal last night, so that's what I'm working off of. That's why I wanted to go live today. Where that went then, damn it. Hold on a second, guys. Gonna get a few more people in here. Here's total market cap, if this chart will come up for some reason. I know I looked at this chart. I mean, obviously that looks like a triangle and a fifth wave. But, you know, this could easily be, I'm going to discuss this could easily be coming out of the triangle. You've got a 1-2. Yesterday was a little deeper than I wanted, but still is okay. And then with my buy signal last night at 1:30 in the morning, we got to give it a chance here to rally. So, what's up, Dustin, the bourbon dude? So, you know, I think it could get interesting here. If we dig in here and continue higher, then this bull runs back on short term. So, walleye whacking. Cool. Wish I was fishing. So there's the Bitcoin 4-hour that we always bring up. Again, we've got the triangle here. We called this wave 1, and then this ABC was okay. Got a little deep yesterday, but that's going to happen probably in these markets. Too many retail traders, too much FOMO and scared and etc. So hopefully we can shake that off, put ourselves back together. That's why I want to go live today. These are still, anybody new, these are our buy signals from our software, which is important because, hold on, that was a 1-hour chart. This is a 4-hour. So, you know, a lot of these short-term buys and sells, I'm marking them as short-term because they're not coming off the software. They're just coming from me working the 5-minute intraday off the software and also Elliott wave patterns. We got a couple hundred people over in Discord, so I'm trying to keep them happy with some short-term trades until we get the software looking better. But again, last night, like 1:30 in the morning, it gave a buy signal on Bitcoin, which is what I'm going to show. So I'm trying to show the buys are from the software. Elliott wave theory buys are from Elliott wave patterns. And again, the short-term sells are mostly, they're from the 5-minute intraday on the software, but doesn't have really a technometer behind them, or I'd call them a major sell or a major buy. So that's what we're doing here. Because these last two buys, the buy at 8,000 was from the software, and the buy last night at 82.59, I think it was, when I did some buying. So we have firmed up here a little bit. Again, if we look at the roadmap I've been showing all along, I didn't want 8,200 to give away, and it did overlap. That did happen, but I got stopped out some positions at 87.60, 85.50 yesterday because we had raised stops. So back in last night at 82.59, 82.80, around in there. So again, this count's still fine. We've got the triangle here. So from this point here, which is around 78.80, I mentioned this on last night's show. Be careful about selling because this could be a 1-2. Then I did get the buy signal, so I'm going to call this still the 1-2. And I don't really want to say that we're going to 9,800 here. I think we just got to let this thing work higher. Put some quick stops in and see if we can keep it moving before I get any problems with the software. So, what's up, Zimmy? What's up? We got Nick in here. So, you know, that's the plan, is hopefully bought a little bit last night. I didn't get that thrown in Twitter because I'm trying to obviously take care of the Discord people. Tomorrow is June 1st, so anybody can come into Discord, $30 a month. Got a great group in there. You know, they're getting the buys and sells, also mostly probably my stock buys and sells. I throw most of them in there. I still do as much as we can, obviously, on YouTube and Twitter, but you're not going to get timely information, quite as timely. And then EOS is one I mentioned last night as well. It was, I'm going to say it was around 736, I think, when I was buying it. So quick 60 cents there. That one holding in nicely. Obviously had a couple of big red bars, but coming back. Thanks for the subscribe. So EOS looks a little bit strong here. Ripple, a little bit slow last few hours, but that one I thought would continue higher as well. I'm going to go over many Elliott wave counts at the moment because I'm not exactly sure of them. Again, I've been getting the grief on Twitter, but I'm 95% Wyckoff because I own WyckoffSMI.com. The original institute started by Wyckoff in 1931. So I throw Elliott wave on patterns just like I did last night. If I got a buy signal here, how would that work out for Elliott wave? And for like Ethereum, then probably you could say we're working on this for. It got a little deeper than the triangle. So you could still say maybe it's a 1-2. It's just a little bit weaker than Bitcoin. Same thing on Litecoin. I don't really know how this counts out. I would say that's an ABC that finished yesterday. And probably a 1-2. Its triangle maybe ended more back here. So I would think Litecoin could still dig back in. You know, again, I don't know what the news is. I don't really try to trade news, but you know, if news would run it up, probably a decent scalp because most of these coins do run up and then peter off. So a big run in EOS, maybe I would definitely probably take half off or something. But if Bitcoin's headed to 10 grand, then probably you don't want to take any off, even on a news rally. So just gotta monitor as we go. Let's go through a few quick ones we normally go over. ADA, USDT. We've shown this before on ADA. Last point of support by Wyckoff matched up the preliminary support. So we was friendly at that level. We have held here. I think this one still will go higher. BAT USD, I talked about trading sideways. I mentioned that way back here, so I've been exactly right on BAT. I still think it's probably somewhat sideways. BNB we've stayed friendly on. That one's holding up nicely, so I think that would continue higher. Decred's one that we've been watching. I would still think try to work higher. A little bit slow. We got ICX. That's one that had a sign of strength and a backup. We gave that back here at 0.316 a couple times. It's still a little bit slow. KMD, we're in at 93 cents. I'd use a stop somewhere up here at $1.23. Then let's do XLM. XLM USD, not really getting going. I thought maybe it would a little bit better, but still could work higher, but not a favorite. ZRX up 2.4%. Still, I think if it can hold 0.305, maybe this one can still turn up, but nothing exciting there. Matic USDT, I'd given a buy on that at 1970. That was the support I've been calling for, which was at this level. So that did turn up from there, so I think we got a good entry point there. Tron, let's look at that one then. I don't really trade much Tron, but the charts have been pretty easy to trade. We talked about the jump and a pullback to the creek. It has done that. Got close to a stop level that I had mentioned. Didn't really want to see it overlap, but I would think Tron could dig in here and follow Bitcoin higher. What's up, Blue Baron? Let me wrench you. Can he ski Bitcoin, Litecoin, EOS? I think that would be good. Should work out. Quickly, I'm going to go and do, here's the TLT that I've been long. We got this at 119 and 120. I've called this perfectly for pro traders, and also pro traders is now what on my $39 a month with a 15-day trial, 14-day trial, and then we're still long this one, but again, we're getting close to work out of that. We've got extremely overbought. I know a gentleman I respect called TLTs, I think most overbought in 20 years or something, I think he said. So this one is going to need to be taken off sometime here soon. I showed this is a Wyckoff wave growth last night. I didn't like the way it looked. It was coming up to overbought, so I thought we would head lower. Same with the SPY. Lower again today. I'd mentioned GDX, I'm long. I've said that for a month. I said last night I thought we'd explode through the highs, and I would say that is an explosion right there. I think that's 4% plus today. The software gave us this buy. I think the day I bought was maybe, I think it was May 9th when I bought that. But the stop's right below the lows. So again, patience tested me, but all of a sudden get paid in 2 days. And the only other thing here on the stock side, a lot of these trades I'll give to Patreon as well. So for $30 a month, you're getting a ton of info. This is a long dollar index. I've talked about wanting to be short. Haven't done it because the technometer is extremely oversold or oversold. So I still think this is going to top out somewhere up here and have a big correction, which is going to take cryptos even higher, which is going to take us, I think, back to new all-time highs. What's up, Bruce City? I'm going to wrench you. I'm not sure why you aren't already wrenched. You've been around forever. Can I give an estimate when Bitcoin takes us higher? I mean, I'm, Todd, we love you. I'm long here from last night. So I guess I think, we could still go down and spike through 8,000 possibly. That's why I don't know here for stop levels. Might stop some at entry last night. If you're scared, I mean, stop it at your entry last night, which is only 100, 160 away, 150 away. But, it's getting hard to breathe up here at 8,400. We've given buys all the way up with no sells, except a few short-term ones here. Again, for new people, that's why I'm calling them short-term, because anybody hodling a bag should be buying, and I do not have a sell of your core position yet. I might do that on a rally to 10,000, etc. Or if the software gives it to me. The software just keeps giving me buys. And if you've been on the channel for a while, that's just because sell volume is coming in while price holds. And that looks like somebody is supporting the price of Bitcoin. I've said that clear down here from 3,500. The smart money took it. I don't think the article's on our blog, but I read it. I guess I read it on a tweet where somebody overseas in London says they've got clients that want to own 25% of all Bitcoin, and they're trying to bid for it quietly. So I wouldn't doubt that. I mean, I think institutions want to own this asset, and that's why I think you want to take buys. I think you want to be very careful taking sells, because you could get left behind. Even on PCG, I got clients saying you're not doing anything, what's up? And I'm like, the best trade this year has not been doing anything except holding. A lot of people have sold all the way up. I'm sure a lot of people on the channel's done that. Thought you'd get it back cheaper, and you're not. So be careful with that. This is not the time to be a cute trader, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So, like I said, be careful with that. If you sign up today for the Discord, you're going to get charged for May. Then tomorrow you're going to get charged for June. So if you want in today, if you paid with crypto, we could let you in, then you wouldn't get charged for 30 days. Otherwise, wait till, I presume, midnight tonight. You'll get charged once. It'll warn you that you're going to get double charged. XRP, BTC. Let me bring that up. I don't do a lot of pairs against BTC, but I will look at it. XRP in general, I think, looks good. I don't even have an XRP Bitcoin on the even list. There's the XRP BTC. I guess I would think that probably this was a selling climax. You can see the bigger volume down here. A little bit of volume coming, but definitely big volume coming off the low. And normally that would say we need that stopping action, but now we need some type of count buildup, so we need sideways. So I'm not sure Ripple will hugely outperform Bitcoin here, but I think it'll perform in line. And possibly some outperform. So I can see it definitely rallying up here into the 7,000 level. But I like Ripple here, even though it's been a slow rally out of here. You're welcome. Because on XRP, USDT, hold on here. I'm trying to include a lot more charts so it's easier for me to go through on here. I mean, again, on Wyckoff, we had a spring down here at the 30 level, 20.285. We tested that. The software gave us a great buy here because volume went to new low while price didn't. That's a high confidence buy. We had another one back here. And then we had a quick run up. We had a triangle that we kind of called, and then been trying to call this 1-2 to higher levels. So again, I think the 1-2 ended yesterday, and I think we're going to try to put ourselves back together and work higher. But if you're buying here, I mean, I think you probably got to use a stop. You know, you got to use somewhat a close stop. So watch these things. XLM, we'll look at a little bit closer. Been a little bit relatively weak, but came alive obviously here on the 9 cent to 16 cent, and then did the triangle. The triangle's 0.12 basically. So short term, kind of still looking a little bit like all these coins. I think it'll dig away here, but and work higher, but not a favorite coin. Not strong enough for me. And I don't know what's going to happen here when Bitcoin finally has. If we can get Bitcoin above 10 grand and then it gets a 25% sell off or something, I'm not sure what the alts will do. I really think they're going to trade in concert with Bitcoin. So, but we're going to have to watch that later. VMB still strong, I said. I mean, I think it's still, that's still been a hog. So that's an unbelievable move. 4 to 32. So you would think somewhere it's going to slow up, but for now, looks damn good. So Bitcoin 84.24, 281 watching for anybody new. We gave a buy last night in Discord, 82.59, about 1:30 in the morning. Looking for some type of rally out of here. I was more on Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS, Ripple probably here at the moment. What up, Johnny? Yeah, I kind of mentioned the alts. Todd, we love you. So, you know, I'm not sure. To me, it seems like everything's moving together. So I'll be anxious if Bitcoin can go higher here, kind of see how the alts do comparatively. I mean, the big money's coming to Bitcoin first still. That's where all the institutions are going to go. I don't think it'll broaden out for a while still. Johnny's been on EOS, so you got to like that up here at $8. Did the 850 yesterday. Quick 675 scare. But that's been a hog too, so 9,000 by Sunday. If we dig out of here for this wave 3, I mean, that'll definitely, I'm sure we're going to have some fits and starts here because yesterday's decline was fast and furious. I mean, we took 1,050 off of it or so. So this could be an A, B, C, D, E. We could do a diagonal up here, leading diagonal, fall back below 8,300 possibly again. That wouldn't bother me. So then at some point, you know, maybe later today, tomorrow, maybe we can finally dig in and really go. You're right, John. It scared a lot of people. Clients worried, everything else. So I need some damn sleep. Got me a Mountain Dew to jolt me back alive. So that's all I got. If anybody's long TLT, you can sell it here. I mean, I'm going to maybe sell here. I might get it over the weekend. I'm not sure. Let's see if it's still up near the highs. We got the Dow down 235. TLT hugging the highs. So 57 on the technometer. Anybody that's taken the Wyckoff course, Wyckoff Unleashed at wyckoffsmi.com for 1,000, or the Learn Crypto, Wyckoff and cryptocurrencies for 300. You know the technometer ranges between 38 oversold, 50 overbought. That's more for trading range type action. On an uptrend, you might want to say 40s oversold, 52 is overbought, but we've been overbought on this thing. This is a 54 reading here, but again, for Elliott wave, it looked like we were extending, and the price and volume for all this looked higher, and we had higher objectives. So we're coming close to our objectives. So I think now at 56.52, you got to take some off the table here. I'm long about 50% of my portfolios in a mutual fund strategy I do. I manage clients' accounts and stocks at Charles Schwab and Profunds. So if anybody's got anything else, I'm pretty well, that's all I really had. Just wanted to come on and kind of explain last night's buy. I've showed some bearish counts for Bitcoin, which we got to keep in mind. But I put these up before I got the buy signal. So if we can't rally here, then I kind of think that we might be in this white wave 4 triangle that we thought is ended, but maybe we're still in it. So it'd be just a lot more sideways here to slightly lower, which wouldn't hurt anybody. The most bearish count is that we completed the 5 waves up off the 31.20 low. I've shown this because trading live for the year, all these counts back here traded perfectly. That's why we had such good buy signals. And for this, it would kind of say that maybe wave 1 ended already. Yesterday was a irregular flat B, and now we're headed down 5 waves for 2. That would say we're going to below 6,800. So that's something to keep in mind. I think that's worst case scenario. And obviously, since I'm on a buy signal, that's not what I'm looking at. If you go to learncrypto.io, go to the blog. There's information on the private client group as well. But if you go here, how the super rich are buying up Bitcoin, it talks about a London office, the Dadiani syndicate. So, don't know whether that's true or not, but I believe it, that institutions, wealthy individuals are trying to accumulate as much Bitcoin as they can. That's why we blew through 5,800, 6,300, etc. That's why we blew through 4,200, 4,500, etc. So read that article if you haven't seen it. LearnCrypto.io under the blog. We got the Patreon link there. 1,000 people under alumni that's taken the $300 course. It's under store, and then also Crypto PCG, where we manage the assets for you in the crypto markets. So, what's up, Borgle? What's up, Real Darrow? Yeah, we had a buy signal last night on Bitcoin. I kind of posted that in Twitter too a couple hours ago. So that's all I got. I'm going to try to catch a nap sometime. Get Carrie to watch the markets for me while I doze off maybe, but hard to sleep. So once again, for new people, I'm going to run the outro. Who is Wyckoff? He started the Wyckoff Stock Market Institute, wyckoffsmi.com, that I own. And I got to keep pushing it. I think Wyckoff and a little bit of Elliott wave on top of it's a way to master any of the markets. So if you don't have much money, go to wyckoffsmi.com, go to the library. There's a lot of free information. The wife's bringing Jaws down Sunday for me because we're going to a Cardinal Cubs game with a Discord member. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Good luck, good trading.
Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell following was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and create the Richard E. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff stock market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.